Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
Well, you brought us here. Wasn't me. Sure as hell wasn't me.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Yeah, much obliged. I'm Geralt.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
Okay. Still need the rose, though.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside.
Would have been that easy.
I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the sketchbook on my grave, I remembered learning to draw my husband's face. Tell me, how is Olgierds? Healthy? Does he fare well?
I wouldn't say that. You know, he is something.
Your husband's got a powerful enemy. Gaunter O'Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierds summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches, then immortality for us both.
Ooh.
Olgierd will best O'Dim, won't he? Now tell me, how is my husband?
Yeah, he's alright pretending, but he is not happy with the situation. Also, he's done a very good job of just pretending that he gave the most outrageous and impossible tasks to me, when in fact he gave me all the right tasks to put the grand picture together and realize that Gaunter O'Dim really is the one we need to take care of, and in the process take care of Olgierds.
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Okay.
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose. Feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Well, pretty much.
Need to be honest. If I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
How? Dude.
I don't know.
How would he know? He's not the Reaper. Although I can understand.
I don't wish to suffer any longer. But I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
Well, I can't tell you either way, you know. You're gonna have to deal with it at some point, right?
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger? I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierds. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Well, you didn't do much
Before we go,
there.
some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
Oh,
So long.
great. That is such a great tip. I guess you couldn't give me any better tip, so that's okay. The whole...
I'll remember you, Iris von Everec.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
Cat and the dog really did try very hard to get rid of their prison. Just saying. And there goes the painted world. So... yeah. That is quite the adventure we had inside a painting. In a manner that is crumbling to dust. I'm a bit speechless here. That was quite the quest. We do now know a ton more about Olgierds, and I get the feeling he sent us on this, you know, string of quests for less of the reason to annoy us and you know, make us try to finish the quest forever, than to recruit a helper, maybe. I don't know, really. I really don't know. But I guess we'll find out next episode, so thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Witcher 3. Sorry, a cut in the middle of the episode, I know. Doesn't normally happen. Oh yeah, right. For me it's been a bit since the last episode, so just so you know, if that seems a bit, you know, out of context for everybody, I'm sorry about that. Also, we need to meditate. Or, well, not really meditate, but kneel down for the meditation for a second. Geralt! Geralt! Sorry. I'm a little bit... I was zealous. No, I think zealous is the wrong word. I'm a little bit... much excited about playing The Witcher again. Because Ah, yes, I know. There's always something, but again, allergies, don't need to explain it. Already explained it last time. They do hit me pretty hard in this time of year. And again, you know, no pre-recording, so there's that. So how have you been doing all this time? I've been doing, well, horrible, as you might imagine. I already told you that I'm being plagued by allergies, pollens of stuff. I think it's birch. It's birch time? Right now I think it's birch time where I am. And I think birch is the one I'm the most allergic to. So birch pollen. So birch please. Birch please. No, seriously, birch please stop. But it is weakening. I think it's weakening, because I'm doing better again. But then again, I did better a few days ago and then it hit hard again. So there's that. We've been finishing a really funny quest. Funny quest? Yeah, I guess. A really interesting quest is what I wanted to say. Where we invaded the painted dream world of a dead person. Wow, that's so meta. I mean, that person was dead, a wraith, and an... That sounded like a monster, actually. It was dead. She was dead, and a wraith, so a supernatural being, but a dead person, nonetheless. And then we went into her imagination world, her painted world, which is like one layer down in terms of superstitious. Oh, not superstitious, supernatural stuff. Superstitious if it doesn't actually, if it doesn't actually exist, then you're being superstitious. I do have my problems with the words today, with the vocabulary. I don't know. It happens from time to time. If I'm being confronted on the same day with 3 different languages, I'm getting them mixed up a bit in the meaning of the words. You know, being confronted with German, English, and Japanese at the same time can be a bit taxing. So, we've got some wolves, which means we can get our shovel out and try it. Come on. Ping! Ping! First of all, cool animation. I love it. Second of all, there's something strangely satisfying and somewhat wrong at punching wolves with the shovel. I mean, it's literally animal abuse. Look, the effect of the shovel is really cool. It's really, really cool. I don't know, should I still collect wolf livers? Angry But Pirate, what are you saying about this? What's your opinion on this? You told me at the beginning that, or was it Cedas? I'm sorry if I get that mixed up. One of you two told me to keep the dog livers, the wolf livers, and not eat them, which I wouldn't have done in the first place, but somebody very specifically told me not to do it because I would need them later on. So far I haven't needed them, so can somebody please tell me if there's gonna be a time where I need them and I should still collect them, or do I have more than enough, or should that have already happened, or what was the use of wolf livers anyway? What was the big deal with them? Yeah, no, oh no, again, I did it again. I keep doing it. I know, right? We ran all the way instead of quickly teleporting, but I had a few things to say, so we ran, you know? I didn't even use Roach, so we took the really, really slow way, just for me to get a bit of the talking out of my system. Because I imagine there's gonna be another sequence here. It's quite... Oh yeah, it's dawn. What, it's dawn? Or is it dusk? Well, that's easily enough found out. No, it's dusk. It's dusk. Right. What was I saying? Oh, what the fuck? That... Geralt? Geralt? That just looks wrong. What was I saying? Oh yeah. No, I forgot. Yeah, because there's gonna be a sequence again. Yeah. What was I saying? And I won't be able to talk.
Quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
Impressive.
Geralt!
Also,
Over
surely
here.
a lie. Why do you keep sitting on
Boy,
tables
wait
to
your
look
looks.
even more like an
Use
asshole?
the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treat.
Nice. You can freeze time? But that's not just because the guy was annoying. That's already also clearly to demonstrate your capabilities and your power. In order to intimidate Geralt a little bit.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities.
The question is...
Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
Wow, that fly was very two-dimensional. I just need to say that. For a game that's otherwise very, very... detail-loving. And I know that was just a tiny, tiny... thing happening in a DLC... Whatever. I know you can't look at everything, but why even bother to show the fly if it's just two-dimensional sprite? Otherwise the game's, fantastic, my opinion. The other thing though, I have to say is, can you just freeze and slow it down, or can you actually seriously time travel, as in the hard part, going back in time? Because that would be friggin' impressive.
Who are you, really?
Gaunter O'Dim, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
Yeah.
That'd be downright noble, if you didn't always demand something in return.
Law of the market. I was not the one to coin the phrase, nothing comes free.
Are you sure you're not the
human,
one?
That's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Crossroads demon.
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you, and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead, or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
That sounds very ominous. And it wants me, know your true name even more. And don't keep saying he's a devil. I know you want to say he's a devil, and he probably is. But like I already explained to you... Like I already told you, in my opinion, he was strongly influenced by... the people who made him were strongly influenced by Supernatural. The depiction of Crowley, who was a Crossroads demon, became the King of Hell. We sort of both now. Looks a little bit like Dim, acts a little bit like Dim, or let's say Dim looks and acts a little bit like Crowley. If you haven't seen Supernatural, watch it. But then again, who hasn't?
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
Also, great music.
What difference does it make?
Supernatural.
A big one.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me. So I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time, of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions.
Nope.
Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
But I guess from a medieval point of understanding, and actually not so medieval point of understanding, time would be the 4th dimension. And some people still say this, but technically it's not true, We can display a cube in 4 dimensions, which becomes a hypercube, and a triangle. No, it's not a triangle, is it? Forget it. Anyway, even higher dimension, the 5th, the 6th, and so on and so forth. Oh god, I'm drifting off so much today. I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry. Just technically, time isn't really the 4th dimension. Just saying.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Man, that's
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand.
man, it is such a liberal,
That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
Oh God! Holy shit! I didn't expect that.
Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
God, dude! Just to prove that he's an absolute dick, he had to do that. And he did it with such an ease. Anyway, what I wanted to say is, he's interpreting his words very, very liberal, because, I mean, nowhere in this oral contract, in even that phrasing, does it imply that they were going to a specific temple. It's just... okay, fine. I guess he's a devil or a demon who like to, you know, screw with your wishes and whatnot, and with your pacts. And I really should stop waffling now, and I'm just gonna do... I can control time, nice.
Old Witcher's trick. I concentrate real hard, and I can control time and space.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple. Got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic, she were here. Asked that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Ooh, do I get another quest with Shani? I do have this thingy magic.
My valor stands on 3 pillars.
Look at this. I have... oh, wait. I need to put all these things in my... what's it called? Ah, you know what I mean. My stash. Right, my stash, exactly. But what I wanted to say is... I have... whoops, wrong. Quest items. I have... first of all... I still have the bull figurine, the lizard figurine, and the short herbs. Now I think I've used the short herbs, and yes, I've definitely used these. I've used the other things. I've used the. I can't remember ever using the bull figurine or the lizard figurine. If anybody knows what kind of quest that is, and if I still can do it, please do tell me. Also, and a bit more important, I think personally, is that I've acquired some other item. I can't quite remember it. Wasn't the phylactery. It wasn't the phylactery. Fuck me running. Where was it? Come on. It was a quest item, I'm pretty sure. It was... I acquired it... at the auction. Oh, it was a falcon. What? Where's my falcon? Oh, there it is. Isn't it? It shouldn't be. There we go. Count Roman's figurine. Item needed to complete a quest. This has to be an optional quest, right? So, please tell me how do I get to this optional quest and potentially the figurine quest. Because I really want to do them. But apparently I've just fucking ran past them or something?
Maybe he fainted.
Oh yeah. No, what do you mean maybe he fainted? He's got a spoon through his eye. How the fuck would you faint with a spoon through your eye? He's clearly been killed. Look, even if he was a drunk, nobody puts a spoon through his own eye. And yes, I know that there's the whole Darwin Award for stupidest suicides or stupidest accidental suicides, but most of them aren't really substantiated, and they're more hearsay. Like the guy who cut off his own limbs on a dare with his chainsaw, decapitated himself on a dare with a chainsaw. Who tells me? Oh yeah, she's living here. It sounds like somebody who's really stupid, but who tells me that this isn't just a story? Who tells me that actually happened? Nobody, right? And as far as I read, this story cannot be substantiated other than hearsay. How did I get there? Darwin? Oh yeah, because the guy was killed with a spoon through his head and people started saying it was an accident. Duh. Like that would be...
Shani?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
But he doesn't seem happy. She doesn't seem happy. Sorry.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but...
I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. You call on Geralt. He comes in. He call in and... Say I'm being called by somebody. I come in and everything's in boxes. And the person's saying, I'm leaving, you know, I'm moving. Of course your first question would be, what? Where to? And why? And the answer you don't want to hear is, oh, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
Don't go. Yeah, don't go, cause on the front, you could very probably die.
Can't you reconsider and stay?
Geralt, what for? The wedding, the time we've spent together, it was nice. But you have your life and I have mine. This doesn't make sense long term. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, you take care of yourself.
You too, Geralt.
He's nigh an immortal, she's not. He is sterile, she's not. So, yeah, doesn't really make sense long term.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows him.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslog, claims Olgierds von Everick met with the professor multiple times.
Sorry.
Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Ooh.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge.
If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Well, nobody would.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
I love how she says wound them and I'll have to patch them up, knowing perfectly well that he won't kill them. Probably.
So how are things at the academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean...
Yeah, that's nice. That all the talk is nice, but... oh yeah, it will take a little bit for level 39 to kick in. At which point we can wear the Viper gear. Ta-da-da! The Venomous Viper gear, I think it's called. But that's it for this episode, pretty much.
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses.
Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind?
Probably. So, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please send comment and do subscribe.